A couple announcements.
The revolution has begun.
The revolution has begun.
The revolution has begun. Participants.
And you are all participants.
And you are all participants. Not only participants.
Not only participants.
But we are all leaders.
We are all leaders.
And as leaders. We have obligations.
We have obligations.
And responsibilities. To each other. To take care of each other.
To take care of each other.
To watch out for each other.
To watch out for each other.
When we see our brothers.
When we see our brothers.
A little bit over enthusiastic. We gotta remind them. This isn't about them. Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
All right. Now, I need to let people know. We're going to have a real short meeting in some ways. Because we got to make sure we're out of the park. And camping on the sidewalk. By 10:30.
By 10:30.
We should vote on that 10:30 shit. We should vote.
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
You're all free.
You're all free.
To make individual choices.
To make individual choices.
If you want to risk arrest,
Choices should not be pushed on the
no, you want to risk arrest. If you want to risk arrest. But this is not
This is not
a sprint,
a sprint,
but a marathon.
but a marathon.
We are in this.
We are in this
For the long haul.
for the long haul.
Not one night.
Not one night,
Not 2 nights.
not 2 nights,
Not 1 week.
not 1 week,
Not 1 month.
not 1 month,
But for as long as it takes.
as long as it takes.
Like your light, man.
Mic check!
Your light
Mic
is good.
check!
Mic check!
I'm going to explain the roles we've created.
The roles we created
Diana and I are not leaders.
are not leaders.
Why do you have you repeating everything?
Mic check.
Mic check!
Mic check.
Mic check!
Mic check.
Mic check!
Thank you.
What are we gonna do?
We are peaceful.
We are peaceful.
We are equal.
We are equal.
We will facilitate this meeting.
What are we doing? Are we staying here? What are we doing?
We are peaceful. 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 We are peaceful.
What are you doing for peace? What are you doing for peace? What are you doing?
We're listening.
We're listening.
Mic check. If we want peace in the world, we need to be peace.
Listening
Right
is
now.
irrelevant.
I have a request. I have a request. I would love
You go somewhere else. You don't
to sit down, please.
Calm down.
Read.
I'll be back.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
Mic check.
We're going to read
We're going to read
the summary of yesterday's
summary of yesterday's
consensuses.
Mic check!
Mic check.
If you sit down,
We're going to read
period.
the consensuses
We agreed to respond non-violently to police aggression. To do that, we will cross our arms over our heads with our palms up and chant. We are peaceful. We are peaceful. We are peaceful. We are peaceful.
We are peaceful. We are peaceful. Because peace doesn't exist in this society. What peace? What peace?
And the other consensus was to create an assembly to discuss our demands and bring them to the General Assembly for final approval. And if you want to join that committee or any other assembly or committee, they all have regularly scheduled meeting times and are open to all.
Now
Let the women speak.
they will be announcing committee updates.
Let the women speak.
My sister Diana is going to read a conceptual presentation of how this new thing works. Let's give a round of applause for Diana.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are engaging in an experiment. On collective thought. This is the opposite of the current system. Which is governed by individual thought. It requires time. It is a long process. We are not going slow. We are going far. It requires active.
Come on now, y'all excited.
This process requires active listening. It is not a choice or debate,
It is not a choice or debate,
but a construction.
but a construction.
This is a popular assembly. There are many different kinds of popular assemblies. It is an open, deliberative body.
It is an open, deliberative body.
It seeks to construct consensus.
It seeks to construct consensus.
Every one of us chooses freely to be here. Respect must be maintained. It is made up of assembled persons. It discusses proposals for joint action.
It discusses proposals for joint action.
A proposal has 3 parts.
A proposal has 3 parts.
What, how, and why.
What, how, and why.
Without this, it is not complete.
Without this, it is not complete.
Consensus can be direct or indirect.
Consensus can be direct or indirect.
When we can't reach consensus directly,
When we can't reach consensus directly,
we engage in a process to reach it indirectly.
we engage in the process to reach it indirectly.
Through structured discussion,
There's structured discussion,
open discussion, and reformulation,
and reformulation.
we are constantly working on this process together.
We are constantly working on this process together.
and install the drivers and all this.
Thank you. We are now going to go over hand signals.
We are now going to go over hand signals.
These are essential
These are essential
for cooperative understanding.
For cooperative understanding.
So please listen.
So please listen.
Fingers in the air
Fingers in the air
represents agreement.
represents agreement.
An X block over your head
X block over your head
represents a strong objection.
If you make this notion,
If you make this notion,
it means that you think this proposal undermines solidarity. So please take it seriously. If you think someone is taking too much time, here. This is what we do. To nicely encourage them. To wrap up.
If someone claps your hands over your head, they're just talking too long. And those are the hand signals. Except for one more. You put your hand in front of your face.
I don't see it.
If you put your hand in front of your face,
You put your hand in front of your face.
it registers disagreement,
It registers disagreement.
but it means you're willing to move forward and stand aside.
Forward and stand aside.
what's the hand signal to let you pass other speed? What about that?
The pen!
If you put two fingers in the air,
If you put two fingers in the air,
it means you have a question or you're confused about something.
it means you have a question or confused about something.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to move into group committee updates.
We're going to move into group committee updates.
So I'll just take any point leaders that can